Hello, this is Oliver, K6OLI, and today we're going to show you how to use IrfanView to resize images for transmission via VARA FM. First thing you probably want to do is to go to your browser and type in IrfanView.com. This is a free, simple, but powerful program. In most cases, you want to download the 64-bit version for later Windows 7, 10, and 11. Certainly you want to do that. So I can click on download, and it gives you a variety of options here. You can just download the zip if you don't want to install anything and just run the executable, or you can use the installer. That'll also work. The other thing I would recommend is that you download the plugins while you're at it, and after you install the IrfanViewer, again, choose 64-bit Windows installer. That's a good option. I would recommend installing all the plugins, and I'll show you in a moment what they do. Once you've installed all of that, you're ready to use it. Go to your Start menu, find IrfanView. In my case, I've already installed it. So we're going up here. And let's go through the steps to resize an image. First, we want to go to File and Open. Let's assume we have an image here. This was from one of our nets. These were the APRS check-ins, and I saved that image with pinpoint APRS. We can see a little preview here. We'll double click on that. You can also see the size of it is now 2.86 megabytes, way too large for the 180 kilobytes that are allowable under WinLink, and certainly not efficient. The first thing you want to do with any image is to crop it. I highly recommend that. If there's information that isn't necessary, then I would crop it. The way to do that is you left mouse click and hold on a point on the map that you want to include in your image. And you can see how that changed to a cross. And then you keep it holding and you drag it. And let's say we only want to show the stations that checked in. Then we release. We can still make changes to this. As you can see, I can move it left and right. I can move it up and down. I can move it on the side here and make adjustments if I need to. Let's say if I want to include Los Angeles to give this more context, we can certainly do that. So I got Mount Wilson up here. We got Los Angeles. All right. Next step, you want to go to Edit. And then you want to go to Crop Selection or Cutout, where you can also use the shortcut Control Y. I'm going to click on that. You can see right now everything has been removed that we don't absolutely need. And that's already made our image much smaller. But in order to make it even smaller for transmission, we can go to File, then click on Save As or use the shortcut S. And you see it gives us an option here of the file name. We can rename it if we want to, but we're going to keep it the same. Right now it's a PNG file. So if you click on this drop-down menu here, you see those are PNGs. What we recommend is that you use the JPEG format. It has somewhat better compression. And when you choose the JPEG format, you get this option window here. You can adjust up here with the slider the quality. 80% is a good start for most of these files. And then you have a very cool feature here, and that is that you can set the file size. First, you want to click the check mark to set the file size. And then in our case, we're going to make it 50 kilobytes, which is a good size. That takes about a minute on VARA FM to transmit. And then we could save this as a profile if we want to, this 50 kilobyte setting. However, we don't do this. We don't do this right now. What we're doing is we're saving this file in JPEG at 50 kilobytes, and we just click Save. In this case, I'm in our Downloads folder. So click Save, and that now saved this file as a JPEG. You can see that up here at 50 kilobytes. So let's take a look what that looks like in other software. Go here, we bring up our downloads, And we can certainly go to, we've got two files here. We've got one from today, the one we downloaded. If I click on this, you can see this is the PNG file at 2.86. And here's the file that we just created. And that's the JPEG file, and that's 50 kilobytes. And of course, you're going to say, well, this is much, much smaller. Can I still see that? Well, let's see. Let's double click on it. And I think that's absolutely usable. And this is also at 100%. So if we make this a little bit smaller, it would work just fine. Or we can take this file and drag it into our IrfanView, and we'll see what the outcome here is. And that is absolutely usable. Little trick here, if you want to make it a little smaller, it actually looks even better. All right? And that's how you can use IrfanView to resize a file, an image file, for JPEGs. Thank you.